Hi, I'm Lily. Welcome to my channel. I'm an Amsterdam-based writer and photographer who loves exploring the city and beyond with my camera. Living in Amsterdam can definitely feel magical, especially on a sunny summer day. So I'm up early to enjoy the view while the streets are still quiet. Come along with me for a morning walk through the Jordaan, a charming neighborhood full of scenic canals. But first, let's load some film. Today I'm using my Rolleiflex 2.8F. This camera has a unique story. It's actually a family heirloom that belonged to my grandfather and my uncle before I brought it over to Amsterdam. I got it restored last summer and it sparked so much inspiration. I'm starting out with a roll of Kokdak Gold 200. It's one of my favorite medium format film stocks. I really love the sunny, saturated tones, and this complements my photography style, which is often natural light and includes a lot of nature and botanical elements. I think it's really special to have this creative connection between generations in my family, and all year I've been sharing a Rolleiflex challenge on my blog. So every month I follow a different theme and shoot at least one roll of film and share the story. A lot of people following my series said they wish they could join me for photo walks, so that's kind of what inspired this YouTube channel. So let's get going. The sunflowers caught my eye, but they didn't really fit in the frame, so I had to move on to find my first shot. Then I saw this easel hanging. I thought maybe it would be a moving day because in Amsterdam we use a rope and pulley to move our furniture up and down. Nobody was moving, but I got a pretty cool photo out of it, and I feel like that's a nice start. Looking around for another shot, I saw this doorway with bushes all around, and I thought it popped really nicely with Sarai's outfit. This is my partner. She's helping me film today. Thanks, Sarai. We walked a few blocks down to the corner of the Prinsengracht and Bloemgracht. I think this is one of the most photogenic canals. The name actually means flower canal, so there's a bunch of bridges that have colorful flowers, which I love. This photo came out great. While framing up my next shot, I spotted a canal boat approaching, which is just so perfectly Amsterdam. So I framed it up and I got the shot. So let's explore down the Bloemgracht. It's so tranquil this morning. For me, photo walks are moments to slow down and uncover the details that tell a city's story. I was here the other day and saw this ivy-covered building that caught my eye, and I also noticed a colorful houseboat with a little garden on top. I'm really glad I could capture those on film today. Seems like red and green are really popping out to me today. It's not a color palette that I often capture, but I'm just gonna go with it. This staircase looked really cool. A few blocks later, I saw this really cute corner building, so I wanted to wait for someone to pass by, and luckily this woman came down on her bike and it framed up perfectly. I love when that happens. Now we're on the Townstraat, it means Garden Street, and I love this Piet Para mural behind me. So the playground was empty and I decided to just take a playful moment as well. As adults, we can forget about simple joys, but I couldn't resist a little swing. The city's starting to wake up now, and more people are out on the streets. I like that the doggies are starting to come out for their walks. This Frenchie in the Bakfiets was so cute. The first shot I didn't think would work out, but the second shot I'm quite happy with. And actually that's the end of my first roll of film. So I gotta find a spot to sit down and change my roll. This time I grabbed a roll of Kodak Portra 400. This is a great film stock for portraits, and since the city's getting busier, I thought it's nice to focus on people and my reflection series for the rest of our walk. So loading film on the Rolleiflex, it might seem a little tricky, but like anything else, it just gets easier with practice. I just have to take my time and do it step by step, but over the year of working with this camera, I've gotten a lot faster. And then I spotted a mirror, which was really exciting because it's actually sometimes tricky to find the right combination of good light and smooth surface for my reflection series, so I'm happy I found that. We passed this cute vintage shop. There's actually a bunch in the Jordaan, and I think today's my lucky day because I spotted another mirror. It was pretty dark inside, but I'm really happy with how this shot came out. We had a little look around and then headed off. We made it to the Nordmarkt. It's one of Amsterdam's best weekly markets and one of my favorite spots for people watching. This market has actually been around for 400 years, and on Saturdays they have an organic farmers market, which is always lively. This colorful produce caught my eye, and I thought I'd make a little still life moment. Something else I love about this market is chatting with the different vendors. Everyone is always really friendly, and today people were really interested in my camera, so that was a fun experience. I always love chatting about my Rolleiflex. Later on, I saw a mandolin player, and he told me his instrument's 100 years old, so I thought, hey, I've got to get a portrait of you. He was super enthusiastic, but as you can see, it's getting really, really busy, and it was a struggle to get this shot, but I was patient, and the timing finally worked out for me. So let's move on from the market. Down the street, there's a record shop I wanted to check out, and I was able to catch a few nice portraits in front of the facade of the store. Then this dapper gentleman came out of the shop. He spotted my camera and we got to chatting. It turns out he has a Rolleiflex too, so of course I had to catch his photo. As you can see, it's starting to get really busy now. We passed the Nordmarkt and then stopped for a snack break. I'll link all my favorite neighborhood spots in my Jordaan city guide, and I'll add that in the description. So I'm down to my last two frames. This old phone booth turned into a library, looked so cool, but it didn't fit in my frame, so we headed back to this corner cafe. It has this really beautiful red stripe awning, and I wanted to get someone cycling by, so Sarai stepped in to be my model. And for my last shot, I caught one more pop of red with Sarai on the bridge, and that's the end of my roll. Thanks for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoyed the photo walk. Let me know if there's another neighborhood you'd like to explore together. See you next time.